So welcome to the latest episode of Unplugged. Today I'm with Qasim Majid, founder of WowZone. Really good to see you again, Kaz. Thanks for giving us a bit of your time.
Really good to see you guys.
So today we wanted to just come in and have a chat with you about who is the man and how you got to where you are.
Yeah.
Because I was looking on your profile, and it was over 14 years ago you launched WowZone.
Yes, we launched in 2002 as a business, and a few years ago I approached one of our suppliers who we used to work together. They had a digital agency as well, so 3 years, about 2014 we decided to merge our companies, and they were called Chili Zone and we were called Wow Internet at the time.
Okay.
And then we became WowZone. But yeah, we've been in the industry since 2002.
So it's what drove you to sort of start out on your own?
I guess for me, one of the key things, business has been in my family for a very, very long time, and probably up until about 27 years old, I worked in corporate.
Yeah.
Worked for a technology business, and I knew I was always going to be in business, but I didn't know what it was going to be. And at the time, I was in Manchester. I was working there, and an opportunity arose to come to Birmingham to set up a business, which, by the way, failed.
Okay.
But that really got me to speed up and think, right, I've got to do this myself, because I had no option. So my wife was pregnant at the time. She was living in Manchester.
Wow.
I just moved to Birmingham, kept seeing her, going up on the weekend to see her, and it was like, right, it's now or never. And I guess I've seen kind of the whole spectrum of business, from building a business to failures and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's been a great journey.
Nothing like having a pregnant wife to drive a bit of urgency.
It's nothing. A pregnant wife. You know what? She was brilliant. I was away most of the time, but it was brilliant. Yeah.
And so did you 2002?
Yeah.
You're starting out on this new venture.
Yeah.
What were the challenges back then? With clients in particular.
Well, it's at the time, 2002 was just after the dot-com bubble had burst. So the whole internet website thing was quite new to people. But it was really about educating businesses on they needed a presence on the internet to give them a shop front. And at the time, Google was just in kind of quite embryonic in terms of a search engine that just started.
Lycos and
Lycos, Alta Vista.
Yeah.
Netscape was a browser at the time and that kind of stuff. So that whole period was very, very new. But as we were speaking before, things come full circle. You still have to educate because the market changes so quickly. It was quite a challenge at the time. But what really kick-started our business was there was a government scheme to get people to adopt which we won the contract on, and then therefore we could go out to a lot of SME businesses and say, look, the government are helping you to build a website, and they were getting funding for it. So that really helped us kick on, and that kind of that was a really, really, really good thing for small businesses.
Yeah. So how have you managed to keep a pace with the change?
I think one of the big things is having the right people. Now the market is a very young market. You're getting people that are coming through now. These, don't like labelling people, millennials, that have grown up with the internet. So if you have the right people and you understand where the market shift is happening, and you get the right people to understand that, then that's really how you keep up. Personally, it's all about understanding that change is inevitable, it's constant, and that you need to know about what's happening, not everything, and get the people around you, the experts around you, to deliver what needs to happen for clients.
Yeah. And one of the things that you've been doing of late is putting out some really great content on your own marketing channels, but I know that it wasn't actually always as straightforward. You had to make some big decisions about what you did with those channels, didn't you? Watched the.
Yeah, we certainly did. I mean, particularly for our business, I'm sure you've seen it and other people will see it, that we're very consistent in sending out information about the industry and things that are going on within our business. Not per se selling, but educating people. And when we originally decided to take on the social media kind of thing that's happening right now, which was a few years ago, saying, right, we're going to adopt this and we're going to implement it as a go-to market strategy for our business, we thought that LinkedIn and Twitter were going to be the best forms of our routes to market, and that's where our customers are going to be. But we still use those channels, but our front runner now is Facebook. Facebook has become, as you know, all-encompassing, and we use the other channels to support Facebook. So Facebook is really our route to market, because you can do everything on there, can't you?
Yeah, you certainly can.
And we've adapted that strategy as we go along, and I think that's really important for business to understand that as us as a case study is we look at everything on a monthly basis, actually weekly basis, monthly basis, 90-day basis, and adjust our strategy accordingly, because the market's become so dynamic and it changes so quickly.
And it's also, I think sometimes you put so much focus and emphasis on clients, market position, what they should be doing. Actually, sometimes you need to have a good look at what you're doing as an individual business yourself.
And I think the other thing that I think is really important, and people forget about this, they get kind of courted and moved away to the social media channel. We need to be doing Facebook, we need to do Twitter, we need to do LinkedIn. But the humble website will be the one thing that you can control most.
Yeah.
So we drive a lot of traffic to our website organically as well, and we build our email database list, and that's the thing that we have most control over. And I think business sometimes forget that. I think people in the social media field forget that as well. So it's really important not to forget about. And actually, the website is the hub of all your activities, and should be the hub of all your activities.
That's where you should be making your transactions, isn't it?
Making a transaction, and it's a termination point, it's a starting point. It's got to be the hub of all activity, in my opinion, because it's the one thing that you have most control over.
Yeah. One of the videos that I saw was the how you guys achieved the 250k return.
Yeah.
But actually, part of that journey, you ended up on Channel 4.
We did.
So can you tell us a bit more about that?
It did, and it's the power of social media. We started putting out video content because we felt that there's a real niche in what we're doing, so we used to put out digital nuggets, just 30-second snippets or a 1-minute snippet about how-tos.
Yeah.
One of them got shared, and then it got shared again, and it landed in a producer's inbox in ITV.
Wow.
Not Channel 4, it was ITV. And it's the same company within ITV, they were called Label One, and they'd also produced One Born Every Minute and the dating programme on Channel 4, so they'd sold the format, and they approached us saying, we want to do a programme called The Job Interview, we've got the format sold to Channel 4, would you like to be in it? Such is the power of social media. So the other thing as well is people think, well, I'm not getting any engagement, but people are watching.
Yeah.
And you never know who's watching, so you've got to be consistent in doing it. So yeah, that we were in episode 3, and actually it peaked at that time, and we got 1 million eyeballs on that evening, which is if you think about it, had we not done the videos, had we not been on Channel 4 wouldn't have seen us, I wouldn't have been able to present at certain venues, and the knock-on effect is the doors keep opening and opening for us.
Yeah.
And I think that's the lesson that we'd like to kind of give to people, that if you keep doing it, doors keep opening.
So you had all these eyeballs. How did you then convert that into some business for yourselves?
Well, we got a lot of calls from recruitment companies off the back of it, which is quite ironic, because we'd already recruited someone, and actually the lady that you just met today is the lady that we recruited.
Wow. Okay.
So that's Anna. Yeah, she was on Channel 4. Conversion comes from branding, so the association to our brand. So what we wanted to do when we started out our social media strategy, was all about creating attraction marketing. We didn't want to be like most agencies where we're going out and pitching for things. We still have to pitch, don't get me wrong, but we wanted to create an attraction to our brand, to say actually we want to deal with that particular company. So off the back of it, what we've built is a referral network. So the Channel 4 thing, we didn't see anything direct from it, but actually what it's instilled is the brand in people's heads. So now what we get lots of referrals because we'll meet people online, we'll meet people offline, which is hugely important as well. You've got to be really pragmatic about it. You'll meet people at events, we do a lot of networking, and then you'll connect with them online. Because, let's face it, how many people at that moment in time at an event want to buy from you? They don't. It's 3, 4, 5 months down the line, but what we've done is we've created those touch points through our social media channels, through our email marketing, which all fits nicely together. And then when the time's right, you're at the front of their mind, and that's when they want to have a conversation. So so it's generated more so, and this year we'll probably generate double that.
Wow. Yeah. So one of the things that you've got coming up is obviously Social Day Birmingham.
Yeah.
So what can our delegates expect to learn from you on the day?
Okay, my talk is going to be about social media strategy, and the beginning point of that particular presentation is really quantifying actually what results you want from it.
Yep.
Now, all too often we use this word a lot in our businesses. Social media can be quite a nebulous thing. It's kind of somewhere out there. And then you've got the other side where people are saying, well, we can 10x your business in 90 days, or we can generate £1 million. I'm sure some of these people can, if you throw lots of money at it. I think it's for people to have a clear understanding of what their objectives are and how you work back from those objectives.
Yeah.
Is it that you want to be able to have, and it's simple as, we want 5 key relationships with people that we know that's going to drive business for us, not now, but in a 12-month period or a 24-month period. Really understand that, because I think all too often what people do is they get into tactical mode and they start doing, which is okay, because then you start learning on the job, but actually have the end in mind. What's the end? What's the objective? And once you reach that objective, then you can say actually it was success or it didn't work. So that covered the strategy element of social media.
It's not looked at enough, is it, strategy? And actually you end up with people then starting to base results on vanity metrics.
Absolutely, yeah.
And actually, you can have millions of followers, but if it's converting into nothing, what is the point?
And Stu, that was me a few years back before we embarked on our social media strategy. I had thousands of followers on Twitter because I kind of bought some and I'd kind of haphazardly got them.
Yeah.
And we had loads of people on Facebook and all that kind of stuff. So we closed everything down.
Yeah.
Because that worked for us. I'm not saying close everything down right now, but that worked for us because we wanted to start again because there's too much noise going on in our social media channels. We started again and we focused on quality. And we've got quality relationships now. We have quality engagement. We haven't. If you look at our channels, we haven't got loads of people, but what we have got is a real good community of people that are real advocates of our brand.
Well, I know you certainly get engagement, and
yeah, we do.
So who's influenced you, Kaz?
I think I look around and I see the businesses that are striving every day. They're the kind of people that kind of inspire me because they really want to make a change to their lives, or they want to create something and change their little part of their world. So that really kind of influences me and inspires me. Obviously, you've got the kind of people that are from the industry, but my father was a big influence on my life. He was a very successful businessman, but he was also a really humble human being. And he was the guy that would stay behind, clean the dishes, take the bins out, mop the floor. So that really instilled me a work ethic that I think is still in me today. I'm always complaining about the kitchen in the office. Kitchen office is it's crazy sometimes, so I do complain about it. There's a bit OCD about it.
And we were also talking earlier about some of the things that small businesses should be instilling into their the way that they do things, so especially around digital marketing. I'll cut this off to do this again.
Okay, fine.
Okay. Right. What are the key things that small businesses should be getting stuck into right now?
Look, you have to be really pragmatic about the digital industry as a whole. It's very fragmented now. There's lots of different platforms, lots of people saying you need to be doing this, you need to be on this platform, you need to be on that platform. But I think what's absolutely clear is for small businesses to have a very clear objective of what they want from their digital strategy. Once they've got a clear understanding of the end, start with the end in mind, is what we say, the digital platform will automatically appear, so long as you understand the nuances between each platform and why they should be used in what capacity. Have a clear objective and be pragmatic about it, and make sure that your strategy is flexible and agile to reach that objective.
So that's one of the things you're going to be talking about at the next social.
It is. Start with the end in mind.
Yeah. And also, I guess, I think as we touched on earlier, making sure that there's that human aspect and that contact.
Like I said, you've got to be really pragmatic about it. The online world and the offline world are very, very close together. You meet people at events, connect with them through digital means, and that's a great way of keeping in touch with them. But don't neglect the offline as well. They work hand in hand now.
Yeah.
So some digital agents say, no, this is the way you've got to do it. If it's some of our customers, will advise them on, actually, you know what, the route to market for this particular campaign would be better through an offline medium, and then you can drive them online.
Yeah. Okay. So following on from that, actually, one of the things that you mentioned earlier about also it's not building that relationship. It's about being ready. Maybe not today to take that business. This business could come into fruition in 4 or 5 months' time.
Yeah.
I think that was a really interesting point actually you made.
Well, yeah, because sometimes, particularly when you're doing campaigns for yourself or your clients, and you don't get a response from it, you don't get a like or a retweet or a share, but actually people are still watching.
Yeah.
And you don't know who's watching, so you've got to keep that consistency going, because ultimately, a few months down the line, they might come back to you and say, actually, you know what, we need to have a conversation. And that happens to us on a weekly basis. As a business, we've built a fantastic referral network online, and quite often I'll get calls saying, oh, we saw you, we've been watching you, can you come and speak at this event, or can you come and speak to us about doing a bit of business because we've got a campaign. And we also get people that say, oh, we've got a friend, I've put them in touch with you, they want some work doing. So
keep the relationships going.
Keep the relationships going, because look, it's really difficult to manage hundreds of relationships unless you've got a kind of kick-ass account management team.
Yeah.
But to keep that relationship going is engage with people on your social media channels on a regular basis, and also just keep putting content out there, because it embeds in people's heads.